was online. And it was so visible so much that when it wasn't, someone asked me on Twitter, it's like, when's the wedding? I'm like, shit. So about that, it's not gonna happen, you know. And from then on, I was like, you know what? Even on my wedding day, all you will see is the makeup pictures.
But girl, you gotta throw in like one picture or two because you never know. Maybe you're sharing it with like half of Nairobi.
You know what I'm gonna do? Yeah. See, just watches, matching.
Just
watches,
that and the ring,
maybe the shoes. If you see me in public with them, if you see me at a mall, if you see me at the petrol station, take your photo. Because I'm never gonna give you one.
Right.
By the I will never give you a photo.
Oh. But I feel as though maybe you can get a partner that wants to be shown off.
That's not mine.
Okay.
Oh, you heard it, guys.
It might not be mine.
Okay.
But again, how are we going to do this? Because I'm just thinking that is another new level of conversation, talking about relationships and everything. But you want to tell me, like, Kate, how have you been handling these people who are hitting on you left, right, center? Because really.
Girl, let me tell you, you all think pretty girls are always out here having a hot girl summer. Pretty girls are at home watching Netflix, chilling. Pretty girls ain't doing the most. But I think for me, dating right now is very purposeful. And I could say I have made so many mistakes dating. Oh my God, Jesus.
Oh, sorry.
I'm even disappointed in myself.
It's okay, no.
I have made so many mistakes, but I'm so glad that I did. Yeah. Because I learned.
Character development.
Oh, but also I am a teacher in that school.
You gave
as well.
yourself.
Oh, you're a teacher.
Oh, girl, I am.
Okay.
I teach the lesson.
Fire.
I can be a lecturer, not maybe the professor, maybe an incoming lecturer.
Okay.
Just a new lecturer, not the professor or the dean of the character development school.
Feisty.
Not just maybe a new lecturer. You know, like I'm not the dean or the HOD of that school. But there's one thing I know about dating, especially I remember when I was really in the public eye and I'm on TV and I'm on radio. It was sad that people would do it for clout.
Yeah.
It was even... It was even like, now you're pushing it. Like you want to be with someone, because when I said I don't want to post my relationship, I was just getting into the industry. So of course I've dated over the 7 years that I haven't. Of course. So you go out, someone wants to post a photo,
Exactly.
Someone wants to tag, and I'm like, fam, don't do that, because I might be. You might be spoiling for other parties, and we don't want you to do that.
Which other parties?
No, but I'm playing.
Okay, well, I mean, talking about other parties, I saw somewhere that you at one time dated multiple partners.
Why are you saying that?
I mean,
why is she doing this?
You started it. You started it.
She has a show called Spotlight, so maybe she's doing Spotlight.
Yeah, she's shining it on you.
I remember when I did that interview, so a couple of years back. They need to, that clause on Google, the ability to be forgotten. Yeah. I need to script that interview.
The internet doesn't forget. But in your defense, I do have a friend. Shout out to Zama, my South African gym babe. She purposely dates multiple guys. Apparently her mother told her that if you date 4 different guys, at least like if one of them messes up, you got 3. Let me tell and then and the first one who asks for your hand in marriage, he's the winner. It's a game at the end of the day.
That's what it is.
Because guys do that. Why can't girls do that?
Let me tell you when I did that interview why I was
Thank God I'm married.
Let me tell you why I pushed that agenda. It's because I kept on seeing, and for me that's what had happened. I was with someone for so long and I knew it was going to end up like that. Then it didn't. Then I'm like, shit. You know the way we're going to renew my contract, things like that. Then when they don't, it's like, well, I thought that was a plan. But the plan is not always to have a scapegoat or something. Why I said it's okay for women to have multiple partners was because I thought it's okay for you to see what the world has to offer. Right. Because women have this timidness of seeing one person all their lives and closing their eyes. And sometimes it's always good for you to try a different meal. Gevere tastes good, but have you tried pizza?
Wow.
Okay, pizza is good. Have you tried Obambla? Obambla is good, but have you tried, pilau? Siseme kwamba you go play like you be.
Yeah,
be careful.
Also, having multiple partners doesn't mean that you're necessarily sleeping with
That's
all
the thing.
them.
I'm just like, have your eyes open and your ocean open.
Let me tell you. How you gonna date without, what did you say?
It's
What's that?
sexual
What did you say?
intimacy.
I mean,
you don't
intimacy
have
is
to be
not a
intimate.
must.
You don't have to,
listen,
get
guys,
intimate.
let's come down from the high horses that you're riding
Okay.
right now.
Okay, you know we're on the top floor, but
Yeah,
I know.
Steve is the voice of reason here. So
Not really. I mean, I could be, but listen, how are you dating in this generation without the sex? How?
It's quite
You
easy.
can't.
It's
You don't
have to.
very, very
Yeah.
Man,
possible.
come
You
on.
could go on
Unless
dates.
unless you
Yes.
guys are living in a different world, that's a topic to discuss some other day. But
And see, this is a
hell
problem.
no.
This is a problem with society thinking that just because
Come
we
on,
went out
Kate.
on a date, it has to happen. It's not a must.
It-
There
I
are
mean-
people I have dated and have never gone there.
I mean,
Like we
where's
went on
my
trips,
coffee,
we
though?
went out, nothing
can I have some
happened.
more coffee? 'Cause
This
it's
is not
getting cold
enough.
in here.
This is not enough.
Yo,
That's not strong enough.
it is not strong enough. I mean, like I need my coffee. Wait. Okay, it's all right.
I think let's make it clear. When we said multiple dating, we don't mean that you go sleeping around. I'll never
Exactly.
encourage that.
Mhm.
I'll never encourage women sleeping around. It is
Yeah.
wrong. It is not right. It's just talk to people, experience people,
Yeah.
see
Mhm.
what you like.
Mhm.
You know, let me tell you, I've seen people change their whole lives when they meet someone new.
Of course.
You know, so I'm like, just have your eyes open. You never know where you land. So have your eyes open, and then now you're able to make a sober decision.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
do you know, like, just to chime in on that. The thing is, ladies are wired this way.
Mhm.
They're only moved by what they hear.
Mm.
Men are wired this way. They only move by what they see.
Mm.
I will see you today
Mhm.
and fall for you. I will be the best king that you've ever seen or you've never seen in this world.
Oh, Steve.
After I am seeing you 2-3 months consecutively, I will start getting used to what I'm seeing. And I will be seeing other people out there. That is an example. And for a woman who's being told this and that, all manner of sweet words, getting flowers and everything, first class treatment. I mean, I will be doing this also because I want you. After I have gotten you, it's going to be something different. And this is the reality that at least some of us who are speaking from experience have gone through.
But that's a little bit messed up, honestly. Like, your male species, you need to get yourself sorted. Because if you want to just have fun with someone, I think you should make it clear. But you can't be like, you're trying to you want to be committed, you see a future, but you know that you're only there for like 3
Exactly.
months.
I want to hear
like-
what she has to say.
Yeah,
before
please.
before
I
she
feel
says
like
it,
she comes from a younger
Yeah.
generation
Yeah.
than me. Keep
Yes.
it
yeah,
just a few
what do you
years.
have to say?
Thank you. Oh my God. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And by the way, your name
Personally.
is Favor.
Yes, my name is
Yeah,
Favor.
so favor us in this.
Be careful.
So during lunch hour, we were just outside with a few of my girlfriends we work here with, and we were just talking. We were talking about guys.
Mhm.
So we were like, nowadays women are actually dating multiple guys and seeing what they can bring to the table
Mhm.
and seeing like, how can you make me happy? How can you make me happy? Because of course they have different ways and
Yeah.
everything. So
Mhm.
I feel as though our generation, females, we are trying or we are learning to appreciate what we can see
Mhm.
than what we can hear. Because squeezy hatuskizi too, like we want to see what
Mhm.
you're saying you're gonna take me out. You're saying you're gonna show me this. Let me see you do this. So the same way you saying that guys see, we are seeing now.
And you think, and
We
you
are
think
seeing.
which is very good, but there is one simple arithmetic that I apply when trying to learn anything that the human race is doing. Have you noticed that even if Kate, you rear goats. When you walked in, when you drove in, when you drove in, I asked you. When you drove in, I asked you like, "Yo, Kate, what's happening to your car?" And Kate is like, "Those are
Scratches.
my goats." I'm like, "Which goats?"
It was, we came from December holidays. Whenever I was
Yes,
with my
yes.
goods.
So
Your
in
business.
the goat kingdom, or in the animal farm kingdom,
Okay.
have you noticed that even goats will just start fighting from nowhere?
Yeah.
Have you noticed that dogs
Showing
will just start
dominance.
fighting?
It
You
is-
get.
it is, yeah.
So here is the human race trying to come in and say, listen, I am gonna now move from what I hear to what I wanna see.
Oh my God.
So I take you back to the I
Are
take you
you
back
serious?
I take you back
Did he just?
I
No.
take,
Did
I
he
take you
just?
back to the wilderness and ask you, in the lion kingdom, do you see the male lion hunting or is the female lion hunting?
it's a
the
female. lion.
female.
Has it changed?
No.
So why are we not learning from the animals? Because they've not been
Let me-
corrupted by
Let me
technology.
tell you something.
Oh, you know.
Let me tell you something. In the words of a famous TikTok sound, let me tell you something.
Let me tell you something.
My sweetheart.
Yes,
Steve,
yes, yes.
that
dear.
analogy
Yes,
is
dear.
very medieval.
It's so
Fucked up.
backward.
Medieval.
Very.
The women who
Very.
used to hear and not see
Mm-hmm.
are in their
Long gone.
in their 70s. In the women now, when you say you're going to buy me
Do it.
a cup of coffee worth 50 shillings, if it doesn't come that cup of 50 shillings, you're out.
Of course.
And why is it
What
so?
like
you
that.
say?
Why-
No,
why is
let,
it
me,
so?
let me tell you why. Because we want people to be accountable. Because we have so many women who, and especially our mothers, if they have to say the truth, they were promised the earth, the moon, and the solar system.
Yes.
And there's one planet that is missing. You know, and you're like, how is he gonna do this? And they lived like that miserably because I have to be with someone. He promised me so much. Women are no longer taking it. If you
Yeah.
promise something, you better do it.
You better.
Those days were there. It was there. But then you could say so many sweet things. You would believe the story. But the
But
women, and let me tell you, the
Kate.
women that are there now,
Yeah.
if you promise a Mercedes, my friend, bring
It
that
is a
Mercedes.
mark.
If
Bring
you
it.
don't, she's like, you a liar. Because we were taught, and also see the worst thing, a lot of men have come out. And I remember, I think I saw Steve Harvey say it in one of his shows.
Thank you.
Listen, look at what a man does, not what he says.
Yeah,
So the
yeah.
women have had those. And when we see you not move the way you said you move, it's like, bro, out.
Yeah.
So is it because of the times that are changing?
Times that are
or-
changing.
So times are changing with brains, or what are you people talking about?
Let me tell you, the
Yes.
woman in 1995 and the woman right now, all different. And let me tell you, it's even getting worse because, and I've seen that analogy and so many statistics in the States, not here. I don't think they've done it here, but I see it as well. There are a lot of men who will end up single in their 50s and they're already here, divorced and single. A lot of them will be there because the kind of men women wanted, women have become themselves.
Right.
Women are becoming the men they want.
Exactly.
It's so sad. Like,
you are your own rich
and it's not
boyfriend.
because oh, we can earn money, we can go out there. It's because women are delivering the same way as men did. So you're like, and you see, if right now we come out and you say you're going to remove 1 million shillings, 1 million shillings, 1 million shillings, 1 million shillings, most of the time before it was only you who could do it.
Yeah.
Now it's women who can do it more. I remember there's a friend of mine we were arguing with. Sadly, they were having some issues in her situationship, and I said, because he's providing money, work hard and get your money. So now the only thing he can give you is respect and love, because respect and love is out of the table because he gives you money.
Yeah.
Now put the money on the table. Now all he has to offer is respect. And
Is
love.
respect.
Because that's where we lost you guys. A lot of you guys would provide so much, and then the respect and love is outside of the window.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But now
so sad.
I can provide the same way as you.
Mhm.
So now what you gonna do?
What
okay,
I'm
so
gonna do-
we've talked a lot about relationships and
We've
all
got
that
it.
No,
mumbo
that topic is
jumbo.
hot. I think we
It's
should
hot.
just continue with
It's
it.
really, really hot. It's really, really hot. But if we can just come back to Kate, and if she could tell us a little bit about, her company. I saw you are the CEO of
Man, you
Stage
just don't
PR
know.
and
You
Communications.
don't know.
Sorry, Steve.
You just don't know.
Oh God.
Yeah, so tell me about your company and what it is that you do.
Most of the time with Stage PR, when I started working with Stage PR, I started working with a lot of medical companies.
Can you please just explain what stage PR
Stage
is?
PR and communications, that's what I call it, is essentially just a communications and PR company. It's just like a small company that I came up with by myself, and what we do most of the time, if you come with a brand or you come with your persona as a person, we try and package you and make sure that you're out there as much as possible.
Okay.
And we push your agenda to every media house as fast. And then now we give you also a digital plan. That's what exactly I do. Yeah.
Okay, so you kind of manage artists, giving them a platform.
I started it. Oh my God, I started it. It was so difficult. I didn't think, because I was working with institutions. I think one of the first gigs I did, oh my God, this is one of the weirdest things. When I say my career and what I did was like, I worked with the Department of Neuroscience in University of Nairobi, where students were coming in and learning about neuroscience, things like that.
Yeah.
And I did a PR for them. That's how I started.
Okay.
And I started with such institutions before I started doing with personalities and things like that, because I felt like they were more serious. But then I was like, how about I deal with people who I have dealt with practically? I've been in the music industry. I've worked in studio with guys. I've been in radio selling people's music. I've been on TV. That's why slowly I've started picking up a few artists and being like, let me help you guys push your name and push your
And
agenda
that was
to the
quite
world.
good, really,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
one more reason I used to really enjoy your show in the morning, and I really got this deep interest, is because she supports Kenyan content 1000%. So those are props I'm giving you, and still I hope you didn't stop, because when you came in, you were listening to Mugithi. Oh, that was me just doing my own thing.
But Mugithi is Kenyan music. What
Yeah,
it is.
I mean, that is how Kenyan she is, you know.
Yeah.
And you know, we look at people, you know, radio presenters, TV presenters, and we're like, yo, why are we not having our Kenyan music on the airplay, on rotation every other time? We have to get a Nigerian artist coming, all sold out shows. A Tanzanian artist is coming in, going back with millions of money. Yet we have our own talents out here who've not been appreciated even on the airwaves. So that is one of the things that I think I liked so much and still like about you. And the fact that, you know, at times we used to really talk a lot with Cate and everything, but, you know, people grow, but the friendship
course.
never died.
Of course.
know.
We've got to be friends.
So how about this show that you do at the Turn Up?
Maisha Magic.
Maisha Magic, yes.
We do the show alongside with Amina. We're always coming in and out. Sometimes when she's in, sometimes when I'm in. It's called the Turn Up. So we do it alongside DJ JOfuasia. He's a DJ and we bring in artists. And what I love most about that show is that we don't put on popular artists.
Yes.
Okay.
We don't. We get once in a
true.
while the
Yes.
Saudi souls will come.
Yes.
You know, Hat the band, Avril, the bigger names, Nadia Mukami. We'll have the bigger names come in, but most of the time, 90% of the people who come in, smaller artists.
Smaller
It's their
artists.
first song.
Yeah.
You know, some few dancers who are just from Kayole or
Aw.
that's the one thing I love about that show. It really promotes the underdog, and I feel, you know, because you see them and they come and they're so excited. They're like, oh my god, I'm gonna be on TV for the first time. Everyone's gonna see this, and they get so excited. And why that show gets a lot of popularity is because when an underdog has an opportunity to be seen in the world,
Yes.
everybody's gotta know.
Exactly.
So
Yeah,
it's one of my favorite shows because I see how those, you know, the younger artists and especially the upcoming ones sweat it out, and I'm like, where this guy is appreciated, because hosting older artists and artists who've been in the industry, sometimes they kind of don't take it as serious, like, you know. So I had an interview. One of my worst interviews was, I remember it was Willie Paul, if I'm not wrong, and he had such an attitude. He was like, you know, I'm doing you a favor being here.
Oh no.
And if I remember, I don't know if I switched off the mic and I told him the interview was over. I just know I got really mad. But that's a problem with sometimes. But I know he's a good person. I know he's really cool. He does. He's good. He does great music. No
Yeah,
shit.
his
By the way,
music is good.
he's talented. We can never sidetrack his talent. He's amazing. But I remember those are some of the worst interviews you go through, and you're like, people come in with an attitude, and you're like, but you see the younger artists, they're so appreciative. I'm like, oh my god, I get this chance to be there. And I'm like, it's just begun, you know. And I think that's one of my favorite shows.
That's great.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, you're like you're a Cate of all trades. I mean, like from PR, TV, radio, and all of that. You also started a makeup brand, Rira
God.
Beauty. How did you get into makeup?
This girl is doing the most.
Yeah,
doing the most.
you know, host for the most.
Oh yeah, I did that back in. Is it 2021? I think it's 2020. Yes, it's 2021. Beginning of 2021. It was a birthday gift to myself.
Okay.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And I remember someone inspired me. Someone I used to know and I still know. And they were like, you know what, Cate? Every of my birthdays, I buy myself a piece of land. And I was like, damn.
That's quite
So
huge.
what I'm gonna do every birthday, I'll buy a new business.
Wow.
And I was like, I'm gonna do that. It was just like a small business. It was a small makeup shop. Sadly, it didn't do well. I had to close it for a while, so I feel sad about that. But I am hopeful of coming back and doing better, because at that time I was still working at KBC, and so I was transitioning from KBC to that. And I wasn't able to handle it because I had never done business before. Because with PR, you see, it was easier to come because it's communications. If you work in the media and you work in PR, it's so easy because it's the same industry.
Yeah.
You're working with the same industry people. You're working with stations, you're working with radios, you're working with a newspaper. But the beauty is something so different. As much as I love makeup and I love looking good, I was like, how about we derive this passion into business? But I learned my lesson from it, and you know, I'm hopeful of doing something better. And I was like, for me, there's something about me you'll always learn. I always try something new. I told you I was once in a band.
Yeah.
I once had a magazine.
Oh wow.
Yes, I
Wow.
try out things because I'm like, if I don't try, how will I know that I'm good at this?
Right.
So that was on one of my trials.
Wow,
Yeah.
she is quite out there. I love that you're so outgoing and a go-getter and all of that. Should I say glow-getter as well? 'Cause
Yes.
you're obviously super, super gorgeous. And there's
Thank
a
you.
stereotype about like pretty or beautiful women getting
Yeah.
things easy. Well, I beg to differ. I think that beautiful women have to work twice as hard to prove that you earned what you got. Like, what's your take on that?